Antonio starts right now.
The latest this morning on GMSA, a man shot and killed on the city's south side. We have the latest on the investigation.
Plus, we are talking to the CEO of Workforce Solutions, Alamo, to hear the latest involving unemployment benefits in Texas, what numbers are looking like, and what comes next. That's in our Leading SA segment.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Can't see too much sun out there. What is the rest of the day? What does the work week look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. It is Sunday, June 27th. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Taking a live look out there. Not too pretty yesterday. Gorgeous, though.
Gorgeous, but hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
A little hot. Got some sunshine.
And, we were talking about this earlier, Sarah, the overcast. One thing it's good for, photos.
Oh, that's true.
For the gram.
Pictures, you get that diffuse light whenever you have cloudy skies. Now, one thing I want to mention is that we're already seeing some showers here on the radar, mainly in Gonzales County, even out toward Lavaca County, just to the south of Hallettsville. But around Bexar County, we do have some showers at the moment. And near Seguin, you can see a quick light rain shower working its way across I-10 near Seguin. And then near Schertz and Cibolo area, you can see one of those light to moderate rain showers quickly pushing off to the north. These are streamer showers that are going to be with us this morning. So the chance for rain this morning is only about 20%. You can see some rain there over Bronig Lake and near Elmendorf. So chances are, if you have an early Sunday morning and if you're heading out, you might need to use those windshield wipers once or twice. But later on today, the chance for rain really does start to increase. Let's take a look outside. We've got mostly cloudy skies, so the sun is shining through some of those clouds. 79 degrees. It already feels like it's 82, so we do have a bit of a heat index value. And today, those rain chances will be increasing, especially in the afternoon. 30% at noon. 5 p.m. in the afternoon, 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. We're not expecting severe weather today, but the increase in cloud cover is going to keep those temperatures down a bit. Our high today is only going to be near 90, and it gets even cooler in the coming days with the continuation of rain chances. So coming up in the forecast, we'll take a quick check of the radar again, talk about the chance for spotty rain this week, and temperatures only in the 80s. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. And your top stories this morning, San Antonio police looking for clues, trying to solve an overnight murder. Officers tell us someone was driving on East-South Cross near New Braunfels Avenue around 12:30 this morning when that driver spotted a man on the ground. They say the driver pulled over, noticed the man in his 30s had been shot several times, including a gunshot to his head. Now, that victim pronounced dead on the scene. Police tell us they have no leads at the moment, but they are working to figure out what exactly happened and who is responsible.
Also on the south side, a man was sent to the hospital after he was caught in the middle of a crossfire. Officers say a little after midnight, a group of men were hanging out in a parking lot off of I-35 in Gladstone. They told police 2 cars driving on the access road started shooting at each other. That's when one of the men was struck in the leg by a stray bullet. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police say the only description they have is that there's 2 dark-colored vehicles involved in that shooting, and the investigation continues.
And this morning, South Pine and Pamela Drive, you'll see a home is destroyed, and we now know a pregnant woman in the hospital. All of this in the aftermath of an overnight fire. San Antonio fire crews say around 12:30 this morning, the blaze started in the back of this home, quickly spread throughout the building. There were 5 people inside at the time, 2 adults, 3 children. Fire officials say a pregnant woman at home at the time had to break a window to escape the flames. Taken to the hospital with just minor cuts on her arm from breaking that window. The other people inside made it out safely. Unfortunately, one of the family's dogs died in the flames. Another slowly recovering. Now the home, a complete loss. Damages now estimated at about $60,000. Arson units called out to the scene to figure out how this all started. As for the family, the Red Cross has stepped in to help them out.
And 2 women were taken to the hospital following a stabbing around 1:15 this morning. Officers tell us it happened at the Culture Hair Studio on North Main Avenue. They say a woman got into a fight with 2 other women and stabbed them, one in the neck and the other in the arm. They were both taken to BAMC in stable condition. The suspect was detained for questioning and charges are still pending.
Well, across the country and across Texas, we can still feel that economic impact of the pandemic. While some job markets, they're returning to those pre-pandemic levels, we still see main industries, especially locally, looking for people to work. Remember, Texas opted out of further federal unemployment compensation, and that's effective this weekend.
Joining us in today's Leading SA segment is the CEO of Workforce Solutions Alamo, Adrian Lopez. Good morning, Mr. Lopez. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So just to start, we're going to start broad. From your perspective, what is the state of our local job market?
Yeah, things continue to improve. We're moving in the right direction. If we took a note back from April and March of last year, we were about 14% unemployment. Today, we're at about 5%, 5.5% unemployment. Not exactly pre-pandemic levels, but we're moving in the right direction.
So what industries have rebounded since the start of the pandemic, and also what industries are still struggling?
Yeah, so what we saw last year over the course of the last 13, 14 months was about 332,000 people that lost their jobs. The good news is about half of them, or about 50% of them, have actually come back to work. This is a process. It's not a, switch that you turn on and you turn off. So there are industries that are starting to see some light. If we take, for example, the hardest hit industries like food and accommodation services, about 50% of those folks actually have come back to work. We're still not, where we need to be. And we do understand that, employers are still struggling. And that's why we're working hand in hand with them. But we're starting to see some really good indicators of people coming back to work.
Oh, here in Texas, those enhanced federal unemployment benefits, we opted out. So what impact do you foresee that happening on our unemployment rate?
Yeah, I think one of the things that if we look at today's market and we look at the civilian force, we actually grew by about 60,000 people from last year's numbers to this year's numbers. So that's a good indicator because in other parts of the country, you see that actually the civilian labor force is actually being reduced. So that's a really good indicator for this particular region. Now, what's going to happen in relation to unemployment benefits ending for some of the folks? And these are largely folks that were self-employed and, had sort of, probably weren't eligible for regular unemployment, right? Those folks are probably going to be much more engaged in the next couple of weeks because their federal benefits that were extended to them ended as of yesterday.
And so what comes next in terms of getting people back to work?
Yeah, so we would encourage people to actually work alongside with us. Just over the course of the last few months, we've had about 60 job fairs working with employers. Just last month, we probably had about somewhere around 15 to 18 or so. So people can get engaged through our website at workforcesolutionsalamo.org or calling our hotline at 210-224-4357. So if they're looking for a job, there's certainly jobs out there and there's certainly employers willing to hire.
All right, Mr. Lopez, real quick question before we let you go. What is your outlook for the next few months, for the next year in terms of our unemployment?
Yeah, I think that we're going to continue to see some improvements. Certainly people are making decisions about what their next job, position is going to be. So some people that were working, for example, in food and accommodations have actually started to work in healthcare and manufacturing and others. We have a really, really great outlook here in San Antonio in this particular region because many of our great leaders in the political world were actually still securing some major, major employers to come to this region. So we're going to continue to see some really great improvements.
All right, Mr. Lopez, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If anyone missed any of this, we're going to have the interview in its entirety. Just head to KSAT.com. Thank you. All right, happening today, a car wash for the kids' sake. The youth of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of South Texas working hard this summer, washing cars to help raise funds.
They have a big goal of fundraising $150,000 for the organization that helps youth reach their fullest potential through mentorship.
That's right. Alicia Barrera joining us live outside Big Brothers, Big Sisters of South Texas with more on the campaign and how people can help out. Hi, Alicia.
Hey, good morning. Well, keep in mind that this car wash, or the car washes that will happen in the month of July, are for charity, and all the proceeds go back to benefit big brothers, big sisters of South Texas. And that way these youth can dream big and reach their fullest potential. The goal, listen to this, is to raise $150,000. And so far during the month of June, they've worked hard to raise a little more than $63,000. That's about equal to 63 cars. Yes, 63. Each car wash ticket requires a minimum of $100, which can be made up from a Facebook fundraiser, a bake sale at work, or asking family and friends to participate. So here's how you can help. You can join as an individual or with a team. Let's go through the team option. The first step is to create a fundraising page. I'll share the link in just a bit, so grab a pen. Next up to 4 people can join your team. Each one of you will have to raise at least $100. Then you'll want to sign up to volunteer at the next car wash event in July. So all the details for this fundraiser that we just went through are listed at bbbssouthtexas.rallybound.org. And in the next half hour, Max Sarah will be back with more on what dates you can sign up for. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. 8:10, 78 degrees out.
Well, zombie deer, oh no, they've been found in Texas. Still ahead on GMSA, what wildlife officials plan to do with the infected animals in our state.
And an amazing story. So excited to tell you about. An act of kindness goes so far. This phenomenal tip from a customer left at a New Hampshire restaurant. What the owner plans to now do with the money.
And a scam alert for CPS Energy customers. What you should do if you get one of these phony phone calls. That's next on GMSA.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. Big question for you. Have you received any phony phone calls lately?
Well, CPS Energy says some people have, and now it's warning everyone else about it. The company says scammers are calling customers demanding payment or threatening to shut off utility service. CPS says if you have received one of these scam calls, there are a few steps you should take.
That's right. First, hang up. Next, record the phone number the person is telling you to call back. Finally, report that phone number to CPS customer service. If you have any questions, we have the list of phone numbers right now at KSAT.com. And if you somehow fall victim to this scam or another one, you are urged to call local law enforcement.
Sarah Spivey, yesterday was a melty one. Today, though, you're saying we have a good chance of showers later on.
Showers and storms are possible, scattered in nature, so not everybody is going to see rain, but there is a chance for rain today and tomorrow and the next day. So we've got a lot to talk about in the forecast. Not as melty, though. As
What'd you call it, queso yesterday?
Felt like queso out there.
Felt like queso out there.
Melty queso weather. All right, queso, let's go ahead and talk about... That's pretty good. All right, it is 70, about 9 degrees outside right now. You can see that the sun is shining through those clouds, and we're going to have a day where temperatures are quite a bit different than yesterday. You know, yesterday we got up into the mid-90s. Today we might just only hover around 90 degrees for the high temperatures, so cooler, still warm, and definitely muggy. The humidity is not going anywhere, even though temperatures are going to go down as far as high temperatures go in the next couple of days. It's still not going to feel very comfortable outside, all right? We've still got high humidity. 80 at Stinson, 73 at Bernie Stage Airfield this morning, 74 in Bandera, 74 in Kerrville, and 77 in Canyon Lake. Yeah, when you have a dew point in the low to mid 70s, even if the temperature is only 80 degrees outside, it's still going to feel icky and sticky out there, and that's going to be the case. Now, we're already seeing some rain on the radar. Right now, they're just streamer showers. They're quickly moving to the north, and they're fairly light near Lavernia, just to the east of Lavernia and Wilson County, just to the west of Bronig Lake right now, pushing along 37 and moving to the north. So the downtown area should get a quick, very quick splash and dash shower up along I-35 past Live Oak, so the Cibolo area up to New Braunfels, and even out I-10 towards Seguin, a streamer shower there as well. Chance for rain this morning morning is only 20%, but in the afternoon it goes up to 40. Hallettsville, you're about to get a moderate rain shower now in Lavaca County and in northern Gonzales County. A wider view here, and this area of rain for West Texas and the Midland Odessa area, this is producing some flooding in some areas. We're not going to see rain from this system. Instead, we're going to see rain from a wave, a tropical wave in the Gulf of Mexico right now, an upper level wave. This low pressure system is going to push to the west over the next couple of days and bring us a chance for showers and storms scattered in nature and especially in the afternoons. So let's take a look at the futurecast for the day today. As we get into the heat of the day after lunch, you can see how a few more storms are going to blossom around the area. We are not concerned about severe weather. Severe weather is very unlikely today and the next couple of days. However, we could see lightning with these, could see some gusty winds and some brief heavy downpours, a quick 1/2 to an inch of rain where it rains. And it will not rain everywhere today. So if you have outdoor plans and want to continue to enjoy some time outdoors, just keep that radar handy on the Weather Authority app, and that should be your best friend over the next couple of days. With the loss of daytime heating, our rain chances will go down in the late evening hours today. A high temperature only near 90 degrees. So 30% at noon when it'll be 85, 90 for the high temperature, 40% chance for scattered showers, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scattered showers and storms tomorrow and Tuesday before we see our rain chances taper off a little bit. I think they could tick back up again though by 4th of July weekend. So stay tuned for that forecast as well. So how much rain are we talking? Well, east of 281, in some places we could get 1/2 inch to an inch of rain by Thursday. So a 5-day total of rainfall. However, the further west you go, the less chance for significant rainfall, maybe only 1/4 of an inch or less over the next couple of days. Temperatures, though, are going to be pretty comfortable, at least nice outside, with highs only in the upper 80s. By the way, we usually see our first triple-digit day toward the end of June. That's not going to happen right now with our highs only in the upper 80s. So a welcome change for many, and I hope that you get some rain in your backyard.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:20, 78 degrees out. Sarah Spivey, what do we got coming up?
Sarah Costa.
Sarah Costa. Sorry.
Well,
show me Sarah. It's a little
show
time.
us your boots. That's what we have coming up on GMSA. We're getting a Fiesta flashback on the history of custom boots during Fiesta with one of the makers himself. Plus, oh no, zombie deer, they are now in Texas. After the break, details on the deadly disease and what wildlife officials are doing to make sure it doesn't spread.
And let's take a look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 001, Fireball 1, Daily 4, 8, 440, Fireball 2.
Cash 5, 4, 7, 14, 33, 34, Texas Lotto 6, 8, 18, 47, 50, 51. And Powerball 8, 31, 39, 43, 60, Powerball 17, Power Play 3. All right, over the past couple of years, it's been crazy. A lot of things thrown at us, like the murder hornets, the awakening of billions of chicharas, and those weird monoliths that kept popping up around the world.
That's right. Oh, also the pandemic.
Yeah.
So one more thing to add to that weird list. Yes, zombie deer. You heard that correct, and they're here in Texas. So there you go. We have zombie deer. Deer at 6 breeding sites in the state have recently tested positive for zombie deer disease or chronic wasting disease. This actually prompted an emergency order from Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Officials announced that they will secure the zombie deer at the 6 facilities, enhanced CWD testing, and they will not release any CWD zombie deer to help reduce the spread. Now, wildlife officials say zombie deer disease is a slow and progressive deadly disease that can be found in deer, moose, elk, and other of those types of animals. Cervids? Sure, we'll go with that. Or members of the deer family. Fortunately, no evidence to suggest that it can be passed to humans. So there you go. Scary stuff, but a note of optimism. You can't get zombie deer.
I hope the deers out there stay safe.
There you go. Okay. I got nothing for that. 8:25, 78 degrees out.
During the first few weeks of the summer, youth from Big Brothers Big Sisters have been hard at work washing cars. But let me tell you, they need more work. Just ahead here on GMSA, how you can help.
Plus, we have the latest on the search and rescue efforts at that deadly condo collapse in South Florida. Details on what investigators now know. Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
And I'm Sarah Koster. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Sunday fun day, June 27th. Sarah Spivey, so this week, the first week as we enter the first week of July, it's going to be a cooler one with some perhaps rain scattered throughout.
Yeah, we're even seeing some rain right now on the radar. There are streamer showers that are moving from south to north across the San Antonio metro area. So we'll go ahead and put a pause on this and zoom into some of these areas. First, let's take a look in Bexar County. All right, we have got a moderate rain shower quickly moving north inside Loop 410 right now from 37 into 410. So the Highland Park area, you should get a quick splash and dash shower as it moves to the north toward your area. And then around downtown San Antonio and just to the north of downtown San Antonio near Monte Vista, a moderate rain shower right now just to the west of the Alamo Heights area and the Alamo Heights High School. Meanwhile, down in Wilson County, we've got a moderate rain shower moving just to the east of Lavernia up to New Berlin. So keep that in mind, New Berlin. And in Guadalupe County, right near Zorn and Geronimo, as well as in Seguin, just some very light rain going on. Again, these are very light rain showers, no flashes of lightning yet, but we are expecting some storms in the afternoon. No severe weather though. So today, 30% chance at noon, 40% for scattered showers and storms in the afternoon. A high temperature today of only 90 degrees because of all the cloudiness and rain chances. But as Sarah mentioned, rain chances continue in the week ahead. So I've got a lot to talk about in the forecast in just a few minutes. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, new this morning, San Antonio police are investigating an overnight shooting on the city's south side. Officers tell us around 11:45 last night, a 39-year-old man was shot in the leg in front of a home on Shannon Drive. That's near Southwest Military. He was taken to BAMC in stable condition. Police found shell casings in the middle of the road, but say the victim was being uncooperative with the investigation.
San Antonio police and Crime Stoppers asking for your help trying to solve a case that happened back on June 14th. So take a look at your screen. Police tell us that the man seen here drove by a parked vehicle around 5 p.m. in the 600 block of Creighton Avenue. At that point, he yelled at the man inside for having his door open. That's when police say the suspect pulled out a weapon, started shooting at the victim. Police say the suspect was alone at the time, and if you have any information that can help police in this case, you are asked to call the number 210-224-STOP. You could be eligible of a reward of up to $5,000.
Well, Fiesta goers and vendors are pleased after learning 2 suspects connected to the damaging and burglarizing of vendor booths after Fiesta events last week have been arrested. 17-year-old Emmanuel Alonzo and 19-year-old Emmanuel Godinez were arrested yesterday. An arrest affidavit says the suspects hit one vendor taking sports jerseys and hats. Police say they also hit 2 other vendors stealing wallets, purses, hunting knives, and other items. People say they hope the suspects learn from this lesson.
I think they're going to grow from this. I think they're going to see what they did and look at it from the outside looking in, and then they'll see other people going through the same thing that they did, and they'll see that it was wrong.
Both Alonzo and Godinez have been booked on burglary charges. The third suspect has not been identified, and it is unclear what charges he could face.
Officials with Fort Hood asking for the public's help trying to find a missing soldier. We're told a Fort Hood soldier who was reported missing last week may now be in the San Antonio area. So this notice comes from the Fort Hood Directorate of Emergency Services. Officials say they need the public's help in locating specialist Abram Salas Jr. after he failed to report to work back on June 23rd. Officials say the initial investigation shows that he left for unknown reasons on his own accord, and anyone with any information on Salas's whereabouts urged to call the Fort Hood Military Police. That number on your screen, 254-288-1170.
Well, south of Fort Worth, a U.S. Air Force Academy cadet was one of 2 people killed in a small plane crash this week. Lieutenant General Richard Clark, superintendent of the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, said on Twitter that 20-year-old Nick Duran, a junior, died in the crash Thursday while home in Texas on leave. The Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office said Duran died of blunt force injuries. The Federal Aviation Administration said the wreckage of the single-engine plane with 2 people on board was found Thursday after it had been declared missing. The other person on board also died. The cause has not yet been determined. Now to that heartbreaking news from Southside Florida. The death toll climbing to 5 in that disaster and that building collapse.
That's right. ABC's Victor Oquendo has the latest details on the investigation as rescue workers race against the clock to find 156 people still unaccounted for.
Overnight, a new fire breaking out in the rubble as search and rescue teams desperately look for survivors. This as safety concerns grow for other apartment buildings nearby, some residents voluntarily evacuating. The death toll here in Surfside now at 5.
Our search and rescue teams found another body in the rubble. And as well, our search has revealed some human remains. The process of identifying these victims is very difficult.
This claw, carefully removing huge slabs of concrete, stopped, pausing the already slow process of clearing debris.
The type of collapse that we had is one of the most difficult, so it's constant challenges that we're coming across.
New details emerging about the plans for the mandatory 40-year recertification. The city of Surfside releasing documents from 2018 stating the Champlain Tower South hired Morabito consultants for the process, and the remediation probable construction cost was $9.1 million. One inspection report filed with the city in 2018 claims that the entrance drive and pool deck of the building had failed waterproofing, which was causing major structural damage to the concrete structural slab below these areas. However, engineers also filed another document with the city describing the overall concrete framing as being in good condition. Experts say both the cost and type of repairs recommended are consistent with what you would expect for a building of this age and size.
You could almost carbon copy this to any concrete frame building in South Florida that's doing a repair program. Every type of building that's constructed this way is going to have the exact same repairs. The orders of magnitude on the repairs that the engineer has recommended are somewhat large.
That was Victor Oquendo reporting. We also learned that a Houston man is among the people still unaccounted for over there in Florida. We're learning this from our sister station, KPRC. And we're told family members of Manny LaFont telling KPRC they haven't heard from him since the tower's collapse in Surfside back on Thursday. LaFont grew up in Houston, studied at Texas A&M University and the University of Houston.
Well, get your car squeaky clean and help raise some green. The youth of Big Brothers and Big Sisters South Texas chapter need your help to meet their goal.
That's right. So for the past several weekends, the children of BBBS had dedicating their afternoons to wash cars, all in an effort to help the organization continue their mission of one-on-one mentoring.
Alicia Beretta is live outside Big Brothers and Big Sisters of South Texas with more on how to help these kids meet their goal. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Well, no car washes today. That's happening in the next couple of weeks, but it gives you time to get prepared. The big goal is to raise $150,000. That's a big goal. So far, these kids have been pretty busy. They've been able to raise $63,000. So we talked about it. That equals about 63 cars. So they need more help, and that's where you come in. They need you. Each car wash is worth $100, and that might seem like a steep price tag, but it's all for charity. Each $100 helps Big Brothers, Big Sisters continue their mission of providing one-to-one mentorships for youth here in San Antonio. Here's how you can join the cause. You can start a team for up to 4 people. Each person has to raise at least $100. So ask your friends to help, maybe do a bake sale. Then the next step is to sign up to volunteer for the next car wash. So that brings us to our next point. Here are the dates for the next car washes. Youth will also be selling food, and all proceeds benefit the organization. The next one is happening on July 10th. That's going to be happening at Gunn Chevrolet in Selma. Again, July 10th. Saturday, July 24th, North Park Lexus here in San Antonio will host their car wash. And finally, on Saturday, August 28th, World Car Kia South will be stepping up to support Big Brother, Big Sister. And this is all, again, to benefit the children so they can have these mentorships. And that way they can dream big and have someone who can help guide them to reach their fullest potential. So if you want to learn more about this, or you're interested in signing up maybe with your work team for one of these fundraisers, then you can head over to bbbssouthtexas.rallybound.org. That's exactly where you can start that fundraising page. And again, just showcase the work that you're doing for the community. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Time now, 8:39, 79 degrees out.
After the break, a man gives a generous tip to a New Hampshire waitstaff. Will tell you the amount that he left for workers.
Left him in shock.
In shock.
All right, taking a live look out at the Alamo City, 79 degrees right now. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a bit, what the rest of the day, what the work week could look like. We'll see you after the break.
The Miami condo collapse, the missing, the search, what we know now. Plus, he's a political lightning rod, and he's here, exclusive. Will Biden's infrastructure deal get done? And Minnesota's AG. What happens now? Sunday on ABC's This Week.
Well, it was an ordinary Saturday afternoon, New Hampshire, when a hungry customer walked into the Stumble In Bar and Grill.
Some would say he stumbled in.
There you go.
And we like that fun here. All right, so roughly 2 hot dogs, some chips, a Coke, a beer, and a shot of tequila later. He paid his $37 tab and left, but not before leaving a very generous tip. Wait for it. $16,000 tip to be exact. The restaurant owner said the server couldn't believe her eyes. The server said the anonymous customer told her, "I want you to have it. You work hard," and then he left. Now, the owner says the tip will be shared amongst all of the employees.
It's a great meal.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go wrong. Hot dogs, chips, cold beer, Coke.
Shot of tequila.
Shot of tequila.
There you go. Well, anyway,
Worth $16,000.
There you go. Helping the community one person at a time. All right, 8:44, 79 degrees out. Sarah Spivey.
Yeah.
Rain?
We do have some rain on the radar now, but in the afternoon, I think we'll have scattered storms around the area. So keep that KSAT Weather Authority app handy because it won't rain all day long. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar right now. Closer view on some of these coastal communities out near Victoria. We're seeing some showers. The shower in Lavaca County kind of fell apart over Hallettsville. No lightning with these yet, but as we get into the heat of the day, we'll probably see a few lightning strikes today near Victoria, Port Lavaca, and Etna. All right, back closer to San Antonio now. Just some streamer showers around the metro area. We've got one streamer shower just north of Livonia pushing into Guadalupe County. Another shower just to the west there of New Braunfels. And close to downtown San Antonio, we're getting some light to moderate rain. In fact, I'll go ahead and put a pause on this and we can zoom into some of these neighborhoods. Highland Park area, you're about to get a quick area of rain that's moving to the north and to the west toward downtown. So near Mission San Juan, Highland Park into Brackenridge High School area and over towards Southtown. These are very isolated. Again, we've really only got 2 showers here near the San Antonio metro area. So rain will remain isolated this morning, but as we head into the afternoon, we'll see a few flashes of lightning, some heavy downpours, and rain will become scattered in nature. Outside right now, it is very muggy. It's 79 degrees, 81 in Pleasanton, 79 in New Braunfels, 75 in Uvalde, and 79 in Del Rio. So the cloud cover, the chance for rain today, it is going to keep temperatures down quite a bit. You know, yesterday we were in the mid-90s. Today we'll be close to 90 degrees. And even though we'll be a little cooler, it's not going to be comfortable outside. We're still going to have very high humidity with dew points in the low to mid 70s. And a wider view of the big picture here, flash flooding is possible for this section of Texas here, West Texas and to points north. But that's actually not going to make it to us. Our chance for rain is from this tropical wave in the Gulf of Mexico right now. That's going to be moving to the west across South Texas over the next couple of days. So let me take you through the futurecast. forecast. Look at how this afternoon we see a little bit more coverage with the storms, about 40% chance for heavier showers and a few storms. We're not necessarily concerned about severe weather today because of the tropical nature of these showers. Think about if you've ever been to the beach and have seen some rain off in the distance. That's very much like what the rain today, tomorrow, and Tuesday is going to be like as this low continues to move to the west. During the day, we'll have pop-up showers and storms, and in the evening, we'll put a brief pause on the rain before the next day we see more rain in the afternoons. 40% today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, starting to taper off Wednesday into Thursday. And just to reiterate a couple of points about the rain this week, it'll be widely scattered in nature. Not everybody is going to see rain every day, but those that do could get a quick inch, half inch to an inch of rainfall, and severe storms are unlikely, but of course we'll keep tabs on things. It's more likely just some healthy downpours at times. It's also going to reduce the high temperatures. Highs will only be in the 80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Still sticky outside and humid, but we won't have to deal with triple-digit feel-like temperatures. Around noon today, 85 degrees, 30% chance, and in the afternoon, 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. 90 for the high, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10. Scattered rain returns tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, more isolated on Wednesday. Look at those highs, temperatures in the 80s. Our usual high temperature this time of year is the low to mid 90s, so this is looking good. A lot cooler than average.
Fantastic. All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 848, 79 degrees out.
Well, smartphones and other electronics keep getting more and more expensive. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll tell you how much you can save by purchasing refurbished electronics instead and how you can score a good deal.
This Fiesta Flashback is powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
On parade day, the queen and her court wear amazing dresses, but their outfits aren't complete unless they can flash some fancy footwear. For many, that's a custom pair of boots made by Jose Angel Castillo of A&C Boots. His customers know him as Joe.
The queens, they get a folder, their designs, so they can have enough time so we can make the boots. So they bring in the picture and keep it undercover that way nobody knows what we're making until the day they reveal.
Bringing an idea to life through artwork, stitching, and leather is challenging. It's a rare skill Joe inherited from his father Angel, who opened A&C Boots with a partner in the 1970s. For Joe, all it took was helping around the shop one summer in high school.
Sweeping up, take care of customers, telephone. Never thought about going back to school. I forgot about school. So
now, with over 20 years of experience, Joe runs A&C Boots with his fiancée Cindy. His father still helps out, and over the past decade, more and more Fiesta royalty have been walking through their doors.
We've made boots for the king and the queens and the duchesses and the whole court.
Most of the time, I would say 9 times out of 10, it's I guide them, I help them, and tell them about colors and how do you do the contrast and stuff, and how we can get part of the dress to go with the boot. That way they won't. That way they'll be able to use the boot in the future.
I wear them all the time. I get so many compliments. I switch back and forth with my black pair. I love them to death, and I know they'll last me forever.
Turnaround time can be 3 to 4 months, and with one pair of boots taking 72 to 120 man-hours, they can be pricey.
Sometimes I don't like to scare the customer, but it's not about the price. It's about the quality and what you're gonna get. When I put the boot together, I already made it in my mind. I already could see it. It looks cool, so I get excited. You know what? I think I get a little bit more excited sometimes than the customer.
You'll probably see Joe's work if you yell, "Show me your shoes" at your next parade. But his customers know he won't be yelling.
Well, I mentioned to them that I'm going to be certain spot, and when I tell them I'm going to whistle, they don't know who I am, because I can't yell. As you can know, this is as loud as I get. Hey, Joe, you know, like they wave at me, and yeah, it's fun. It's awesome. We have a fun time.
In the news you need to know before you go, San Antonio police say someone was driving on East-South Cross near New Braunfels Avenue around midnight. That's when they spotted someone on the ground. Now, they say the driver pulled over, noticed the man in his 30s had been shot multiple times. Now, that victim pronounced dead on the scene. Police say right now they are still looking into the circumstance, trying to figure out what exactly happened and who was responsible.
A shower is moving through downtown San Antonio right now, producing some moderate rain. No lightning, though, yet with these. As we head into the afternoon, however, scattered showers and storms are going to be possible. 40% chance for rain, high of only 90 degrees. We are not expecting severe weather today, but showers and storms will continue tomorrow, Tuesday, before tapering off on Wednesday. Our highs will only be in the 80s. No pollen count in yet, but as soon as we get that in, I will update KSAT.com and social media page.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to be taking vacation for the next 2 weeks. Going to New York to visit some friends. Woo! So, woo! But I'll be back in about the next 2 weekends.
All right. Have a great rest of your day, San Antonio.